Hello, and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. My name is Evan, and I want to give you an update on my transplants, the bare root transplants, my Honeoye strawberry plants. I bought them from Johnny's Seeds, and as soon as I received them, I planted them either the same day or the next day. So what I ordered 25 transplants, and actually they sent me 26. From the 26, all 26 of them have made it, which is very, I'm very happy with it. So what I did, I got a bucket of fresh water, and I put the transplants in there, and I let them sit there for about an hour. Then I dug a large enough hole to contain the root, the rhizome, the root. That's the rhizome. So you have the rhizome, you have the crown, and then you have, I don't remember how much of a plant. There was just a little bit, some couple of inches of green stuff, the strawberry plant, and so I planted them about a foot apart, and I got the bed 24 plants, and then I had 2 extra ones, and I've used two buckets. They're about a couple of gallon buckets. I'm not sure. I'll show them to you in a couple of minutes. So because I was hoping that some of my neighbors and friends will want to have one of those plants. So apparently they didn't want to go with that, so I have all 26. So from the time I planted them in the ground. So last year, September of last year, I prepared the bed and I added my own soil, and I mixed in wood chips that we had from an oak tree that we fell, and what else? And then I added about 1 foot worth of a combination of straw and hay. So I went around the village here in New York. I live in Orange County, New York, 6A zone, and I bought. I used Craigslist, and I bought bed, hay, and straw. So I went to neighboring farms, and I bought basically for $1.50 a bale, and I still have some left a year later. So I put about a foot of that stuff, and it just sat there all winter, with the snow and the rains and the weather. So when I planted the strawberry, the plants, the soil was, as organic as can be, and very rich in nutrients. So I made a hole long enough and large enough to contain the roots, and then I gave it a good water, and that was it. I haven't watered the plants at all since so when I planted them, I gave them a good water, and that was it. And I haven't used any fertilizer. I've decided to go fertilize free 100% the whole garden, and water free, weeding free. But I do find some weeds once in a while, and I become, I don't know, I go and I pull them. But when I pull them, I don't throw them in the garbage or whatever. I just leave them there, and they become mulch also. So I have a pair of scissors, and I clipped every single flower that sprouted. I see messages coming, from people that visited the channel. So I snipped with the scissors every single flower I found that bloomed, and I've been trying to clip all the runners because I want to have a strong root system. So, but it's a lost cause because the runners are everywhere. But I do try to clip them. So what I will do next year with the runners, I'll, I went to Maine for a few days with my wife to relax a little bit, and to make the long story short, somebody was planting flowers, and I ended up with 50 small containers that I can use in my garden. So what I will do is, when I see a runner, I will fill that container with soil that I have from my mulch piles, and I'm going to put the runner through the top of the, the, the planter, and a couple of weeks later, when it develops roots, 2-3 weeks later, I'm going to cut the runner from the main plant, and then I can give them to friends. But people don't want to deal with strawberries because they think they're a lot of work. I don't think so. So let me just give you a show and tell of the actual bed. And here is the whole bed. There are the 2 extra planters and 24 of the plants. I've used this netting because we have a woodchuck problem. And so here's the whole bed. And here are some of the runners, you see. I've snipped this one. And what I have to do, I will have to add some more mulch to avoid weeds, but the mulch has done a very, very good job. So here are some more runners, you see. So see, this, if you put this inside, in the potted, in the plant that has soil, it will develop roots, and then you can have, basically you double up your garden. But they're doing very well. Obviously no strawberries because, by design. And my wonderful wife made, well, this is the second set of markers that she made. The first set was so nice that I just couldn't use them. All right, so if you have any questions, feel free to write. Feel free to subscribe. Honeoye. Initially I thought it was Honeoye, but it wasn't. It's Honeoye. These are New York State strawberries. And I think, oh yes, I bought them from Johnny's Seeds, and they're shipped very, very quickly, and like I said, 100% success rate. All right, have a good day. Make sure you write, ask questions, and I'll be here to answer them.